Hello, Govna. It's your boy, B3, back with another kickin' movie reaction review. Still not back on Pumpkinhead. Still not back on our 50 movie sci-fi set. Sorry, taking another break for another monster franchise that I absolutely adore. So, if you follow our reviews, you might know that we have reviewed every Alien film. We have reviewed every Predator film. So now it is time to review the Alien versus Predator films. I kind of put these off because I reviewed Alien versus Predator on our Godzilla and Gigan channel forever ago. It was like maybe one of the first reviews we ever did, film-wise. But I have a lot more to say about it. So this is really a re-review on a different channel. Since all my movie reviews are on this channel now, I figured, let's do it here, huh? So, Alien versus Predator. Not the best movie in the world. However, it is extremely fun to watch, so I don't care. It's extremely fun to watch, so I don't care. You know how, like, Godzilla Final Wars is like a really, really bad movie, but it's like fun to watch because it's got a bunch of monster action? Alien vs. Predator is kind of the same way. Not the best movie, not as bad as Final Wars, not even close. Not the best movie, but it is a very fun watch. Just watching the aliens and predators fight and everything is so satisfying to see. Now, the Alien vs. Predator comic book goes back to way before Predator 2 was even made, because, you know, the Xenomorph skull in Predator 2 is actually a nod to the AVP comic books. And I'm actually a big Alien and Predator comic book reader. I have omnibuses and stuff. I'm a big Alien vs. Predator comic guy. And I think this story might have done better in the comics than it did as a movie, because it's not in continuity with the Alien or Predator movies. It's technically a different trademark even, I think. So it's not in continuity with the Alien and Predator movies. We know this because the aliens are not only discovered by humans way too early in this film, but they actually exist way too early. Xenomorphs shouldn't even exist yet in Alien continuity, even though this came out before Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Aliens still should not exist yet in this continuity, if it was in the Aliens continuity. Also, some things don't line up with the Predators either. I mean, some things do line up, like hunting groups of 3 and stuff. That's a normal Predator thing. But there's other stuff that doesn't line up. Like, people complain about... people complain about it being in Antarctica. Why would the Predators build a hunting temple in Antarctica if they hate the cold? Seems like that doesn't make sense. But it actually kind of does make sense to me, because hunting the xenomorphs is a manhood ritual for the predators. These are young predators that are trying to become men, and to become men they have to kill a xenomorph, one of the strongest creatures in the universe. One of the most deadliest creatures in the universe. And this hunt has specifically been designed to be as difficult as possible. Multiple xenomorphs, a temple that's like constantly shifting. The temple itself could kill you, not even a xenomorph. And it's in the cold, which is hard for predators to function in. Even though it's actually warmer in the temple than it is on Antarctica on the outside, because 1, it's underground, so you don't have the wind chill, and 2, there actually was a big heat source, and that's how the humans found it in the first place. So it's not as cold as Antarctica down in the temple. It's like warm enough for the predators to function. Another complaint I hear about this movie is that the first 2 predators of the 3 get killed way too easily. I do not think that's a complaint either, because once again, xenomorphs, deadliest creatures in the galaxy. If xenomorphs weren't more than a match for predators, you couldn't make an entire franchise out of them fighting each other. For one thing. 2, the predators are slower because they're in the cold. That's just another thing. 3, these predators are very, very young and inexperienced. That's why they're going through their manhood rituals. They're literally not even considered adult predators in their culture yet. So, once again, these are actually pretty weak for predators, considering all the different stuff that's going on, you know? That's good stuff. I actually kind of like most of the characters. You know, it's got actors I like. Lance Henriksen, oh my god. He's such a great actor. I love him. Loved him in Pumpkinhead. I loved him in Aliens. He was fine in Alien 3. I loved him in Pumpkinhead 4. I loved him in AVP. You know, that's another continuity thing. That Waylon Bishop dude doesn't make sense. You know, that character doesn't make sense in Alien continuity either. But it's fine. It's fine because this isn't in continuity with the Alien or Predator franchises. It's its own franchise. It's a crossover of these franchises, but it's its own thing. It has its own trademark. It's probably one of the most successful crossovers of all time, actually. Now, let's get to the special effects. I love the special effects. This movie could have gone all CG. This movie could have gone all CG. But they didn't. There's way more practical effects than CGI, and I would actually say that it's the perfect balance between practical effects and CGI. Because when the aliens or predators need to do stunts that would look weird with practical effects, they're CGI. And then when they can be practical effects, they are practical effects. And they're really good practical effects. The alien suit looks great. The predator suits look great. The Xenomorph Queen puppet looks great. It all looks great. I love the special effects. They are really, really, really good. Now, let's talk about the acting. Most of the acting is actually fine. It's nothing spectacular. It's just fine. The thing that there's really complaints about is the story itself. This is a story that was originally supposed to be for the comic and then got adapted. And this filmmaker had this idea for like years before this movie got made. And there's not a lot of room for character development in this movie. The characters, except for one, are pretty much the same person that you saw them as at the beginning of the film as they are when they die. And even the main character that does develop a bit doesn't develop that much. She kind of already comes into this movie a badass because she's like a kick-ass mountain climber and survivalist. And, you know, we see her kill a couple aliens. We see the predator come to respect her. I always love it when a predator comes to respect a human. I always think it's so cool. Because it takes a lot to impress a predator, you know? It's just really... The characters aren't developed that well. The story is very fast-paced, almost to the point where the setup, it like breezes past the setup almost. But this is a versus film. This is a crossover film. Films like that usually are written this way. Crossover films like this are often written in a way where they assume you already know about the other two franchises, because why wouldn't you? Why would you go into this movie not knowing about Alien or Predator? Said the guy, this was actually the first Alien or Predator movie I watched. No, this was the first Alien movie I watched. The first Predator movie I watched was Predator 2. I think. I don't know. This movie came out when I was in 4th grade, I think. So, give me a break, all right? I'm a young fella. I just like old movies. All my favorite movies are older. Back to the Future, Gojira, Alien, 3 of my favorite movies, all way older than I am. Pumpkinhead, too. Add that on there. Love Pumpkinhead. Also Casablanca. Let's stop. I'm ranting. But all in all, I've probably made the movie sound better than it is, because I actually do like it. I've seen it several times. It's a very fun film. I just rewatched it last night before this review. I do like this movie. It could have been better. Yes. It could have been better. But I think the way they did it probably made it the best that it could have been. And I would like another Alien vs. Predator movie. Yes, I know there was a sequel, and that will be our very next review. And I don't have very fond things to say about the sequel. So be ready for that. But that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And next time, we'll be reviewing Alien vs. Predator Requiem unrated.